Yo guys, what is going on? NGS back again for another video. If you can tell by all this sweatiness that's happening up there, it is officially the start of the summer season, which means it is hot as balls right now here in New York. I'm not going to bore you out with the details on why I didn't turn on the AC and wait for the room to cool down before I recorded a video, because god damn it, that would make way too much fucking sense. Be a little bit more presentable, a little bit more professional. Hey, you didn't come to this channel for that. You came here to see this tall black guy with glasses unbox some motherfreaking manga. And that's what we're gonna do right now. As you can tell by the title, Barnes & Nobles was running a buy two get one free on all of his manga. So me, myself, and I had to take advantage of that and fill in some of the gaps in my current manga collection. So I don't just have one box of manga. I have a second box of manga. And oh god, I'm gonna see if I can balance all these. 3, 4. I have a grand total of 4 Barnes & Nobles packages to unbox for you guys here today. So this is definitely going to be a lot of fun. Now, I do not know the particular order that Barnes & Noble has shipped these out. Well, I actually do. They sent it in the email, but yeah, again, I probably should have read that and picked which one to record first. Oh boy, great job, Neo. Now, I know I said I don't really know what's going to be in each particular package, but I have a good idea on what the heaviest package is because it's originally the manga that I was going to pick up first in the sale. So, without further ado, with the handy-dandy Batman knife in tow, let's open this up. So first up, we have Dragon Ball Saiyan Saga Full Color, Volume 2. This is, I guess, what you can call another step in my ambitious dream to complete my Dragon Ball manga collection. I know it might sound strange to some. It's like, hey, if you want to complete the Dragon Ball manga, just go out there and buy it. Well, it's kind of funny how it started. A couple of years ago, I said to myself, you know what? I love Dragon Ball so much, so I'm going to do my very best to collect all the manga possible. You know, I had the VizBigs for the original Dragon Ball in my cart on Amazon, and I was ready to do this shit. I was ready to build a whole nother shelf just to store all the Dragon Ball manga. Then Viz Media announced that they were coming out with the full color editions for Z, and I was just like, you know what? Let me hold off on buying this OG Dragon Ball manga. Let me hold off for a bit because maybe with the sales of Dragon Ball full color in the States, it might convince the folks back in Japan to come out with a full color version of the OG stuff. Yeah, I know it makes no sense whatsoever, but damn it, a man can dream, and a man can also enjoy some manga greatness in really awesome full color. Alright, let's go to the next 2 volumes right here. We have, dun 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 dun, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders Volume 2 and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders Volume 3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following me on Facebook and Snapchat, you would know that I have finished up the entirety of both Part 1 and Part 2 of the JoJo manga, and I'm making my way through Stardust Crusaders. These are the only 2 volumes that are currently released here in the States as of this recording. They do have Volume 4 coming out, I believe, in August, and then Volume 5 somewhere down the road. So I decided to take advantage of the sale and, brush up on my JoJo collection. I seriously cannot wait for them to come out with Part 4, because Part 4 is the only JoJo stuff that I haven't seen yet, since they just wrapped up the anime not too long ago. So I do want to go out of my way and read the manga, but the manga isn't out here in the States yet, and I kind of don't want to watch the anime because by the time I finish up Part 3 in the manga, even though I've already seen the Part 3 anime, they'll come out with the first volume of Part 4 in the States, and then I want to just read that volume and then go into the anime. You see, it's very confusing what is happening with me and JoJo right now. So yeah, just take for what it is, JoJo Volume 2 and Volume 3 of Stardust Crusaders. Okay, so the second box right here contains 3 volumes of the same series. We have O-Parts Hunter, or as it's known in Japan, 666 Satan, Volume 9, O-Parts Hunter, Volume 6, and O-Parts Hunter, Volume 10. I assure you this will make sense as we get deeper and deeper into the manga unboxings. It's very weird the way Barnes & Noble ship the orders, because I ordered half of them on one day and the other half on another day, and they just shipped them out randomly. So that is very strange indeed. I guess they definitely took to heart the whole we'll ship you the items when they become available thing. Seriously. So yeah, O-Parts Hunter. I'm gonna wait until I unbox the other ones to explain to you guys why I ordered so much O-Parts Hunter. Oh shit, that was a spoiler alert right there. Let's get on to the second to last package right here. Okay, we have O-Parts Hunter Volume 7, O Parts Hunter Volume 8, O Parts Hunter Volume 11. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 volumes of O Parts Hunter. The best way I could describe O Parts is it's one of the best shonen series that you've probably never read before. It's from an author by the name of Seishi Kishimoto. For some of the anime fans in the room who are familiar with Naruto, he is Masashi Kishimoto's twin brother. And I always say to people, if you want a better, less confusing, more character developed, well, to be honest, let's stop mincing words, a less BS, better version of Naruto, check out O Parts Hunter. It is some of the best stuff you will read out in the game. This series has seriously gone under the radar. I don't ever really see that many people talking to it. The only people I hear talking about this stuff are people who have actually, you know, gone out of their way to find new series. It's not something you really see get discussed in mainstream conversation, which could be both a good thing and a bad thing, but hey, I'm doing my best to support the man Seishi Kishimoto. Now, before we get on to the other 2 manga volumes in the set, I'm just going to go ahead and open up the final package because it actually contains the first volume of this new series that I picked up. It's from a particular author who I really enjoyed one of his previous works in the past, which, you know, if you're into anime, you know which one it is the second I show the title. So I got a lot of recommendations. One from my boy Dylan. He's a really big fanatic for this series. It's actually in his top 10, and he said, you know, if you ever are going to go out of your way to start a new series and you're into like mystery and stuff like that. So for my boy Dylan's recommendations, we have Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys Volume 1, Volume 2, and wrapping things up with this set, Volume 3. This one is actually really interesting for me because this is the first manga blind buy that I've done in a while. In most situations, I usually like to read a little bit up on the series that I purchased, but I think this, along with Vagabond, were 2 series that I just bought on a whim. I was just like, hey, let me check this out. One of my boys said it was good, so here we go, man. And this manga in particular is from the cat that made Monster, and I really enjoyed watching Monster, so if it's as good as that, if not better, then bruh, I cannot wait for this. So got the first 3 volumes here. I'm definitely going to give it a whirl, and maybe if I really enjoy it, I might continue the series. I might do a video on it, who knows. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up my manga haul. Barnes & Noble, buy 2 get 1 free. Can't get enough of it, as you can see right here from these 12 volumes. And unlike my video game backlog, my manga backlog has shrunk exponentially to the point where, if I'm looking at my shelf right, I only have a couple of volumes left of Usagi Drop to get through, and it's pretty much all done. So thank God for this new stuff that I picked up. So if you guys participated in the Barnes & Noble sale, definitely let me know. Comment down below. From me to you for now, I'm GS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.